Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Right, President's News, Wednesday the 24th of May. I'm going to start with the Southern Athletics League match at Bracknell on Sunday. It was a very tough match for our team to open the season with. We were up against Thames Valley Harriers, Harrow and Medway and Maidstone. So it was a close result with only 28 points between third place team and the sixth place team. And Blackheath and Bromley were actually fifth on the day. So I just mentioned the people who won their events for the team. Thomas Sugden won the 400 metre A-string race. Our men's 4x100 metre team won their relay. Hannah Clark won the women's 1500 metre A race. Jessie Sargent won the 100 metres hurdles A race. And Emily Algio won the triple jump A string, with Molly Savage also winning the B string, and the women's 4x100 metre team won their relay. And there were wins in the B strings for Warren Lewis at 200 metres, Roger Platt in the pole vault, and Claudia Baker in the long jump. We also had lots of people in second and third places, but there were quite a few gaps in the team. So, for example, in both the men's and the women's 3,000 metre races, so where there were 4 places available, we only had one runner, and we had no runners at all in the steeplechases. If we had managed to cover both strings in every event, with people just getting the minimum point available, we would have come actually third in the match. So I'm putting out a plea for anybody who's eligible for the Southern Athletics team to get in touch with Holly Platt and make yourself available for the next match, which is going to be at Eton on the 18th of June. Then staying with track and field, on Sunday was also the Loughborough International. We had quite a few Blackheath and Bromley athletes taking part for different teams. Probably the most notable performance was Lauren Farley, who was throwing the javelin for the England team, and she had a PB of 56 metres 73, and that is a club under 23 record. And she was only 7 centimetres ahead of Becca Walton in second place, so we had a club 1-2 in that event. Sam Reardon won the guest 400 metres in a PB of 46 seconds 33. Angus Harrington won the 800 metres for England. Neve Bridson Hubbard won the mile for the National Athletics League team, and Daniel Goriola won the under 20 110 metre hurdles. And then the last bit of track and field news, one of our youngsters, Cara Bryan, has set a new record for the under 13 girls 800 metres of 2 minutes 17.64. She did that at the Watford Open meeting last week. That's a remarkable time for a girl of her age. She puts her top of the national rankings, and she's almost 3 seconds ahead of the second place girl in the current rankings. So hopefully Cara will be able to keep that kind of form going. And well done, Jay Galley, on the coaching side. Then moving over to parkrun, we were back to normal service. Bromley Parkrun was opened, and there were 54 club members running at 18 different parkruns, with 22 of them running at Bromley, where we had 4 men inside the top 10 finishers, and Sophie Tran, who's one of our under 15 athletes, was the second female finisher at Bromley. Peter Brooks was second finisher at Bexley, and Trang and Guyan was first female finisher at Beckenham Place Park. So far as I could tell, the person who went furthest afield was Bob Thomas, who was running in the Isle of Man. Moving on then to some upcoming events. Now, tomorrow night here at Norman Park, we've got an open meeting. We can still take entries for the 3,000 metres on the day, but the other events are now closed. We also need a few more people to help with field events. And I put out a plea for this, because open meetings are a really important source of income for the club. So if you can contribute, either by competing and paying your fee to compete, or you can help out with your time and energy as a volunteer, particularly tomorrow night in the field events, please do so. Your support would be very, very welcome. Then Friday night, the Masters team is going to be in action at Central Park, Dartford. Then on Sunday, the young athletes, the under-17s and under-20s, are in a match at Reading in the YDL League. Next Wednesday, the Paris Handicap here at Norman Park. That's the 31st of May. I understand entries are £5 payable on the day, so do support that. And then another plug for the race night on the 16th of June here at 7 o'clock, £5 per person. If you want to get a ticket, you can find the details on Facebook, or Karen Barlow, who's here tonight behind the bar, or Alice Platt will be very, very happy to sell you tickets for that occasion. Now, a couple of other items for you. Dennis has reminded me that Len Dowman's funeral is on Monday the 5th of June. If you would like to attend, Dennis has got all of the details, but Len's family need to know how many people are coming. So please let Dennis know. And then news from a member who passed away 18 months or so ago, Philip Critchley. Now, Philip very kindly left a bequest to the club, which arrived through slightly circuitous route just recently, but he left a bequest to the club of £5,000. So thank you very much to Philip and family for doing that. It's very, very welcome indeed. On happier news, last week's bonus ball was won by somebody who I understand is in the room tonight, and it is Bernie Bater. Well done, Bernie. There are still numbers available on tonight's draw. So if you want a ticket, £1 a ticket, our treasurer is the man to see. I think that's it from me. 300 Club draw next Wednesday night here. Does anybody else have any other news? Mike?
Mr. President, tomorrow is a significant birthday. Well, it's significant in as much as the two numbers are the same. 77. Colin Rowe.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Colin. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Why was he born so beautiful?
Thank you. Any other news? If not, I'll close proceedings for tonight. Thank you for your kind attention.